speaking of beloved franchises that I don't know if they might be getting close to 40. When did Jurassic Park come out?
90.
It was in the
92.
late 80s or early 90s?
92.
92?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at, 32 years
Yeah.
since Jurassic? And of course, this is a franchise that has just never stopped.
93.
Well,
93.
93.
June 11th, 1993.
So these movies just came out, and it's not like a lot of other franchises, right? We're like, okay, yeah, they had movies 20 years ago, and then they come out with another one today. Like we got a new Beverly Hills Cop coming out, right? Jurassic World came out in 92, 93, and has never stopped coming out. It evolved from Jurassic Park into Jurassic World movies, and we live with that to this day. Now, a little while ago, one of the stars of the Jurassic World part of the franchise, Bryce Dallas Howard, mentioned that she believes there's going to be more movies, but it won't be with any of the casts that have been there already. None of the original cast, none of the Jurassic World cast. Well, now it looks like that is concrete, guaranteed, and it's coming a lot sooner than we thought. This comes to us from Deadline, who wrote the following. Universal Pictures' new Jurassic World picture is in early talks with David Leitch to direct the next film in the billion-dollar franchise. The film is set to bow on July 2nd, 2025. The new movie will be a completely fresh take on the Jurassic era, with Jurassic World cast members Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard not expected to return, nor the original trilogy's thespians Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, and Sam Neill. All right, July 2nd, 2025. That's a year and a half from now. This thing is supposed to be in theaters?
Crazy.
That is nuts. That means this thing's has to go into production. I think it's safe to say before summer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, minimum. One of our live viewers is just saying that that's the week before Superman Legacy comes out.
Ooh.
I mean, this thing, and maybe well before summer, this thing should probably be in production by April.
Yeah.
Because you got to shoot, do all the post effects, all that kind of stuff. Now, so two really interesting things here. Number one, coming out next summer. Again, I won't be surprised at all if we hear that they bump that date, because that seems really, really aggressive and really, really ambitious. But still, if they can do it, wow, that's a lot sooner than I thought we would get it. Secondly, the director of John Wick and Deadpool 2.
Wow.
And he's got the new movie coming out too. Fall Guy.
Yeah, right.
He's doing Fall Guy, which, by the way, if you had asked me a year ago, do I think they should do a Fall Guy movie? I would probably have said no. And then they announced it at CinemaCon back in April, and it looked really good, and I've loved the trailers we've seen since. I think this movie's going to be a banger. I think the new Fall Guy is going to be a banger. I really do. But that he would come in and direct this new one, I think is completely fascinating. There's actually kind of a third interesting thing there, which is something we've talked about before, is the fact that doing these without any of the old cast. That might seem a little bit risky, but it does offer them a way to say that this is still the world of Jurassic Park. This is not a reboot. This is the same world. And yet make it feel like a new thing. Because Jurassic World kind of did that, right? Like after all the Jurassic Parks movies, Jurassic World, love or hate it, I actually quite enjoyed Jurassic World, the first one. But love or hate it, it felt like a new thing, even though it was an old thing.
Right.
And I think by sweeping away all the old cast, and that's no disrespect to any of the old cast, they're great, and bringing in a new cast and saying this is the start of a new chapter of the Jurassic World era, I think that will get a lot of mileage for them.
But the stars have always been the dinosaurs, really, right? For
That's
me,
a great point.
But the problem they have now is Godzilla's been wrecking it in the theaters lately. So that awe factor might be gone when I see these dinosaurs because they're not as big. Whatever. Anyways, Jurassic Park will always have a special place in my heart. It might have been the peak moment of like that feeling of awe. I'll never get that again in any other movie. When they first show the dinosaurs and that song plays, it's like, those things in life where this is the best it will get. Jurassic Park will hold that moment. I mean, the Avengers opening night will always be my best moment in theaters, going to the theaters. John Wick, when the puppy gets dead, when they kill that puppy, that's the most angriest I've ever been watching a movie. You know, you hit those things where you're like, it can't get any higher than this. And
Well,
Jurassic Park had that moment, and nothing will ever top it, no matter how many Godzillas come out. Just that feeling of awe, or like, oh my God, this is...
But you brought up an interesting point. Like, what can Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World do now, like with Godzilla killing it? Has Godzilla been killing it?
No, I'm just saying, like, now
Right?
I have that.
Right.
that
But I
in my
mean,
head.
like, so like the Godzilla movies have been making like, what, 400 million and somewhere in that neighborhood?
Killing it at the box office.
Right, yeah. Whereas the Jurassic movies have been consistently,
Billion.
even the last one,
Right,
which
right.
most people don't think was all that good, still hit $1 billion, right?
Right.
Those things have been constantly like cranking the $1 billion mark lately. And so, I mean, I could see why they're continuing on with it. And I think it's probably a good move. Look, I know there's going to be a lot of discussion about whether or not it's the right move to not, like, because who doesn't like seeing Jeff Goldblum or Laura Dern or Sam Neill or Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, whatever, popping up on the screen. But it's time for a new chapter. And I could see if this continues, and if this new one is a big hit, and who knows if it will be or not, probably will be, and the next one's a big hit, I could see them doing that whole get the old cast back again. Except now the old cast is Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
You know who they should get to play the young, like, person in this movie?
The what?
Kamala Khan, the girl who plays Kamala Khan. She should be in this franchise, because when she saw that
Well,
cat,
she is great. She should.
when she saw
Iman
that
Vellani
cat-
is her name, by the way, and she
Yeah.
should be in everything. I love her.
When she saw that cat and she did that scream, that
Oh yeah!
was-
Oh my God! Yeah. I mean, not a lot of big highlights in the Marvel,
not a lot,
but every part that she's in is a highlight to me. I love Iman Vellani. Good Canadian kid, by the way. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, MasterClass. Everyone, it's a new year, so picture that thing that you've always wanted to learn. Now, picture learning it from a person who's literally one of the best in the world at it, and that's what you get with MasterClass. This year, learn from the best to become your best with MasterClass. Don't just talk about improving, MasterClass helps you actually do it. Because MasterClass offers over 180 world-class instructors, so whether you want to master negotiation with Chris Voss, like I did, think like a boss with Martha Stewart, or learn the art of storytelling from the man himself, Neil Gaiman, MasterClass has you covered. Because with MasterClass, you get unlimited access to intimate one-on-one classes with the world's best. At MasterClass, there are over 200 classes to pick from, with new classes being added every month. And if you're a viewer of the John Campea Show, you probably love movie making, storytelling, television. So you would be totally interested in things like screenwriting from Aaron Sorkin, learn developing original TV series from Stranger Things' The Duffer Brothers, or maybe you like the music side of movies. Well, you can learn film scoring from Hans Zimmer. And right now, our listeners will get an additional 15% off an annual membership at masterclass.com/Campea. Get 15% off right now at masterclass.com/Campea. masterclass.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? So we've got 3 things. New Jurassic Park movies coming next summer. 2, the director David Leitch from, Deadpool 2 and John Wick and the upcoming Fall Guy is going to be directing it. 3, it's going to be with a brand new cast. How do you feel about it? Can this one continue the streak of hitting the $1 billion mark? Or do you think the time of Jurassic Park has gone the way of the Jurassic Age? Is it time to move on from it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.